Everyone, KK Alexander, also known as the Panda Photographer here from 616studios.com. And today I want to give you my thoughts in the last 25 days using this Tamron SP 90mm Micro Lens for the Sony A-Mount without vibration compensation. The reason behind no vibration compensation on the Sony line is because Sony either has 5-axis stabilization or steady shot. Now, me using this on the Steady Shot A77 Mark II body, I noticed a few things. When Steady Shot on, I noticed that my images were not as sharp and a little bit blurry compared to my Steady Shot off samples where it was much sharper and much cleaner. But other than that, this new design, and beautiful design by the way, Tamron has gone in the right direction. Now, Tamron has been known for making very good optics, but not very good in the design department to house these elements. So Tamron this year decided to go with the big bang and start off with something that looks very familiar, like the art lens. Now, it's not an art design because the materials are really different, but this lens packs pretty much everything that you need for the Sony A-Mount bodies. It's a full moisture and dust resistant, comes with a weather seal gasket in the rear of the lens, so that's a plus. It still has the full functionalities as full function limiter, 0.3 meters, 0.5 meters, 0.03 meters, 0.5 meters. So keep that in mind. That's go true full 1:1 macro, but on a crop sensor, it's actually a focal equivalent of 135 mil. So keep that in mind. Other than that, the fluoride coating in the front element, beautiful design, easy to clean, dust, dirt, water, and it repels water like no other. I tested this out myself in wet conditions, in the snow, it did fairly well. Now, the focus ring on here is very smooth and accurate, and I noticed that when I was doing micro photography that the focus throw is very accurate, something that I see coming out the Sigma line as well. But other than that, this is a very beautiful design lens. Now, optically, portrait shots were very sharp, detailed, color rendition was very nice, very true to life, to detail to the colors. And the bokeh was very creamy and very smooth, but in some cases the bokeh was a little bit cat-eyed, egg-shaped in the corners, but very bokeh-ish and very creamy in the middle. So overall the bokeh is still nice, very clean, but contrast levels were a little bit high for me. So I recommend this little scenario. If you shoot high-res JPEGs, please go to your picture profile, select it, then bring down the contrast level, okay? But if you shoot in RAW, you don't have to really worry about that problem. So keep that in mind. Other than that, is this a good lens for you, Sony users? Now, this doesn't have to just apply to Sony or Nikon, but this can apply to you Nikon and Canon users. Now, now I do respect this Sony FE90mm Micro. I feel like the Sony FE Micro Lens is much sharper, but the autofocus system on here is much faster. So how I test that is I did a same test a long time ago and I redid it again, but this time in the studio department with a high contrast target and a white contrast target with 2 mounts with smoke to make it more difficult to trick the autofocus. But it turns out the autofocus was very sharp, smart, and very accurate at the same time. So that is a plus for this autofocus system in low light situation. And the Sony FE90mm comparison, the low light did pretty bad. You see me done a number of videos on how to fix that to a certain extent. But this, you don't have to do that. But I did run into some issues when I first mounted this lens onto my Sony A77 Mark II body, is that when it actually did something to the autofocus system, it messed up the autofocus system for my Sigma 18-35 art lens, and I had to calibrate each of these lenses that I have on my body, and I fixed the problem. Lucky for me, I had a Sigma dock that goes to my 18-35 lens, and I fixed the problem with the Sony. But other than that, this particular lens design is very small. This is probably one of the smallest micro lenses I had so far to date. But here's the downside to the design. I feel that I'm not able to use this beautiful, well-constructed lens hood with the lens, with the ND filter or polarizer. because it's how it's designed. The polarizer and defilter sticks out, so therefore I can't mount the lens hood back onto the lens. So that's the only downside to that, but I can understand if I'm using a defilter, it should help me stop some light. But other than that, it's a really well-designed lens. I think for the price range of $650 US compared to something I paid almost $1,200 for my Sony FE 90mm micro lens, I found this to be much very affordable. And when it comes down to the weight department, I feel like this one is much lighter than the Sony's FEs because of the weight. But without vibration compensation, it's still an excellent lens. It focuses very sharp, really good detail. Bokeh is very creamy, color rendition is very nice, details, clarity, all of it very nice. I approve of this lens. So if you guys have any other questions about this lens, please shoot over to my website at 646studios.com where I have tutorials on photography and videography, a tutorial, a written tutorial about this particular lens. But you also can find me on Instagram at ThePandaPhotographer, all one word. But other than that, and I see you guys in the next video. Take care. Happy shooting.